Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of Vanilla to Beyond. In this episode, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be fishing a lot. We want them good old puffer fishes to give us water breathing potions so that we can start exploring the ocean. And hopefully getting some sponges so we can kind of drain some of the ocean. I don't know what for, maybe just for the fun of it. But I want to get rid of an Enderguardian? That's a new one. Maybe they should add that to one of the new patches. An Enderguardian. Oh. In one of the fortresses. Yeah, that would be nice, actually. But yes, I would like to go and kill an Elder Guardian. I would like to get that done, and then once we've done that, we'll probably go and kill a few withers. More wither skeletons. To try and get their head drops. Once we've got the head drops, then we'll obviously kill a wither, and then we'll try and find a good old deep dark biome to then face off against a warden. And then after the warden, we shall go and defeat the Ender Dragon, which once the Ender Dragon is defeated, that is the end of this series, but it's not the end of the whole series, which you will find out later on. It's not exactly straightforward, but it'll get there, okay? So, yes, this is more to do with fishing, this episode. I'm not a big fan of fishing. I am, but I'm not. I'm a big fan of fishing when we have stuff like Luck of the Sea and Lore. Mainly Lore than Luck of the Sea, because then obviously we can get the fish a lot quicker. I've not exactly got the enchantment books yet, so enchantment books, bookshelves for the enchantment table yet. So I am going to have to not walk into the water. Won't feed me cows, and that's one thing I forgot to do. I've got some wheat on me. The more of my cows I feed, the more leather we can get. The more leather we can get is meaning... Oh, God. Yep. No! Come this way. I don't want my cows to escape. The more cows we have, the more leather we get. Which I suppose I could go looking for leather. Just go and slay some cows. Which might be a good idea. Come back to fishing later on. Since I do want to try my hardest to get pufferfish, which isn't exactly turning out as planned. We're getting a lot of fish. We've had a name tag from this. I don't think we've had any saddles. But it is mainly just fish. So, better idea. Even though I say in this video we're going to fish, I am going to make it more interesting by going to find cows. And slaying them. Where's my iron? Because we're going to need some more iron. Just put all of this in here if I can. Like so, and then put the rest in here. That's fish, which we do need to cook some fish, I guess. Oh, we've got some steak. Didn't even realise. Right, we'll move these across, put fishing rod up there. Put that over there. Ooh, we've actually run out of pickaxes as well. Totally forgot about that. Where is me sticks? Don't know, we'll make some more. And then, wrong thing. There we go. It's not nighttime yet. It's not even going nighttime yet, so we can go and find some lovely cows. Once we find the cows, slay them, get the food, have more of a sustenance amount, and hopefully get the leather from them too, which then the leather will give us more books to turn into bookshelves, and then them bookshelves can go next to my enchantment table. Because I was thinking about doing just the fishing today, but it's probably best to try and find some cows, get the leather, and then from there, enchant a fishing rod with lore on, so we're not stood there for hours on end trying to get fish, get a puff of fish. And then we can kind of work our way towards the ocean from there. I know it's not exactly a cow, but all is good. So I'm finding pigs, sheep, and chicken, no cows. Do cows only spawn in grasslands? Mainly. Because I'm not entirely sure. Where is our cows? And, ooh. I'm sorry, turtle. But I just thought of something. Is this how you get? Yeah. No, that's seagrass. What do we do with seagrass again? I forget. But there is a lot of turtles. I swear you can make the sea helmet from the seagrass, but I can't remember if it's the seagrass or something else you got from them. Or did you have to breed them? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, horses, but you give me leather. Well, meant to give me leather. I think it's less of a chance than a cow, like. Nope. There we go. 2 pieces of leather. I still reckon we should be able to kill a pig and get like some pig hide or something. I know you can in modded. Oh, cow. More cows. Lots of cows. 1, 2, 3, 4. More cows. Oh yeah, and we've not got that mod in either, where your swords can swing through grass. You hit the grass instead, if it's long enough. But that was not enough cows. We've got 9 leather, which will get us another 2 bookshelves. We need more. Come on, Mr. Zombie. I'm not afraid of any of these mobs. Too easy. I know I'm on normal, but it still feels way too easy, especially on vanilla. When we bring in all the modded stuff, that's when it'll be a case of and dying all the time. Skeletons, nah, they're okay. They're more of a pain in the butt to like deal with, but not too much. Right, we're going to do what we did beforehand. Reason being is I should have kept that egg. I could have made cake. But we're going to do what we did beforehand because I ain't dealing with the villager in my house. Wrong one. You can all you like, or but at the end of the day, you're not getting in. Right, so we've got the paper here. books. I'm going to need a lot more wood, aren't I? Yes, I am, that indeed. And so let's go and gather some more wood. We'll go over this side, actually. Reason why we'll go over this side, because it'll make more sense to get the wood over here to see if we can find any more... Oh dear. Any more cows. That was a drowned with a trident. Ow. You know how I said that they don't hurt that much? Yeah, tridents, on the other hand, big difference. Although, if, and only if, we can get the enchantment table sorted out, we might be able to get luck on a sword. And if he doesn't despawn, which is highly likely he will, I'll be able to grab that trident off him and then enchant it, and hopefully enchant it with mending. And then that mending enchantment can help us. Speaking of mending enchantment, I've just reminded myself. Ooh. I don't want to make 2 bookshelves. I want to make 1 bookshelf for the enchantment table. And I want to make 1 bookshelf for a lectern. If I can remember how to build it. Because then I can start trying to change the traders to a librarian and try and get a mending book. And if I can get a mending book, then yes, all of my gear I'll have mending on. Which will be funs. And make life a lot easier. And then when I find diamonds, more diamonds than what I've got, I can make all my diamond gear have mending on. Yeah, everyone revert your eyes. I don't normally like to get rid of my horses. But it's the only thing I'm finding. Obviously, I've found a couple of cows. Obviously, I've got my cow farm, but the cow farm will come in handy later on when I'm almost finished with my enchantment table. Not this early on. I want to kind of get as much leather as possible first, and then use my cow farm for 1, food, and for 2, the last few books for my enchantment table. So if I can find leather, I will find leather. Horse or cow. I don't like killing the horses, but sometimes it has to be done. I am trying to find more cows. We've got some oak wood here. That would be nice, but... Psh. Oh yeah, by the way, phase 2, we may downgrade a little. Not for editing, not for anything else, but for texture pack. Now, the reason for this is I don't know what texture pack's good for mods. Let's just state that. I know there's a lot of vanilla texture packs, but trying to find one that's applicable with mods is a little bit more difficult because it only affects certain mods. And I don't know if Faithful does the trick, where it'll just make everything look like a better quality. I know Doku Craft doesn't, which is what I wanted to change to, but I don't know whether I should or not, since it's a series and I kind of want to keep it all au naturel. Obviously, I didn't keep the game au naturel. I changed the texture pack for that, but it was needed. Like, I've played too many mod packs where it's always been vanilla, and so I don't get two different textures. So it's not like mod pack textures for vanilla stuff and then vanilla textures for mod pack stuff, because it just looks unnatural. So I needed something different to spruce it up instead of seeing the core vanilla, no resource pack Minecraft. Come here, chicken. No, come here. Come here. There you go. I would make a chicken farm for the eggs and get a what you call it now? Get a cake. But I am going to not do that, not just yet. That can come out in future terms, because we don't really need cake, do we? Who needs cake? This is healthy me talking. Honestly. If it was the old version of me where I would eat cake for a living, it would be more of a case of, yes, we need that cake. But nah, cake, no need. Watermelon's good for you. Fish is good for you. Poultry meats are good for you. That's the reason why we have raw mutton, raw beef, and raw pork. Anything else? No. Cake, cookies? No. That's the reason why you don't see many people make cookies on Minecraft. That's why you'll never be seeing me make cookies on Minecraft. More cows. Right. Unfortunately, these aren't cooked, so we'll use the bread for the time being. And we'll go and gather these cows. I don't need the wool. I already has a bed. I've got hiccups. Come on, cow. Give me leather. Stop running. And more cow. Right, how much leather have we got? We've got another 3. Nothing. Wait, no. 4. We've got 4 bookshelves in total. I suppose... Do I make the lectern first, or do I make... Or do I try to make a sword with looting on first? Ooh, jungle biome. Been a while since I've seen one of them. Do the donkeys drop leather? That answers my question. Any more cows? Would we find any cows in the jungle biome? I doubt it very much, but I suppose it's worth a check. Da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Jaws. But yeah, I don't think we do find cows in the good old jungle biome. I will have a little bit of a look around. I remember you find jungle temples, which might be a good thing, I guess. There's chicken. I wonder if there is a jungle temple in here. I've not seen one of them in a while. Oh wait, yeah, we can get cocoa beans from here as well. For the cookies that I was on about. But I is not eating cookies. i.e. staying healthy and happy. Happy and healthy. No, I think it's just chickens. Not gonna lie. Which is kind of infuriating. I just need to find cows. Give me the cows. Me talking about cookies, all I can think of is the brother-in-law trying to be Arnold and go, put the cookie down. Now. That's all I can remember him saying, to be fair. Obviously, with Arnold, I can remember him saying quite a few things in movies, but I can't remember much that my brother-in-law says due to the fact of him going off on one and being weird and obnoxious and annoying. So, anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please, as always, subscribe and like and all the fancy and custom things to do. And tomorrow we shall try and make our way into the good old enchantments to progress a little bit quicker, I guess. Peace.